आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सॉल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
Hello everyone. So today our question is, if f and g are two continuous functions being even and odd respectively, then integration minus a to a fx divided by b to the power gx plus 1 dx is equal to a being any non-zero number and b is positive real number and b not equals to 1, and the options are given as independent of f, independent of g, independent of both f and g, and option D is none of this. So let's start with the solution. So in the question, we are given that f and g are two continuous functions, okay, both being even and odd respectively, okay. So f and g are continuous functions and f is given as even function and g is given as odd function. So f of minus x will be equals to f of x, since f is given as an even function, and g of minus x, if we take, will be minus of g of x, okay. So now let's start. Let's take I equals to integration minus a to a f of x divided by b to the power gx plus 1 dx. Now let's give it as equation number 1. Now let's take minus x in place of x. So this will be f of minus x divided by b of g to the power minus x plus 1 dx, okay. So now f of minus x will be f of x, since we have written previously f is even function, so f of minus x is f of x. So this will be integration minus a to a, this will be f of x, and g of minus x will be minus of g of x, because also we have written before g is an odd function, so g of minus x will be minus of g of x. So now we can write it as this, we can write it as minus a to a integration. Now we can divide it, okay. So this will be f of x into b to the power g of x, okay. This is basically 1 by b to the power gx. So after taking the LCM and taking it to the numerator, we get f of x into b to the power gx plus divided by 1 plus b to the power g of x dx, and let it be equation number 2. Now let's add both the equations, okay, equation 1 and 2. Now 1 plus 2, we get 2i is equals to integration minus a to a fx divided by 1 plus b to the power gx dx plus integration minus a to a f of x into b to the power gx divided by 1 plus b to the power gx dx. Now this is equals to integration minus a to a, this will, after taking f of x as common, okay, this will be 1 plus b to the power g of x divided by, now these two are the same, so this will be 1 plus b to the power g of x dx. Now these two will get cancelled, okay, we can cancel this two, and this is 2i, so we can write I equals to half of integration minus a to a fx dx. Now fx is an even function, okay, so we can write, since fx is even, so using property of this minus a to a fx dx can be written as 0 to a twice of integration 0 to a fx dx, okay. Now this is a property of definite integration. When fx is even, we can write minus a to a integration fx dx as twice of integration 0 to a fx dx. Now we will use this one, and we can write this half of twice of integration 0 to a, half of twice of integration 0 to a, this will be fx dx. Now this one is I is equals to integration 0 to a fx dx. Now it will be f of a minus f of 0, but in the question we were asked what is this is equal to, and according to the options we have to find whether or not it is dependent, independent of f and g. So from the options, from the solution we get that I is equals to integration 0 to fx dx, okay. So there is no g in the solution, so Option A is wrong. Option B, independent of G, is the correct answer. Okay, so this is our solution. Thank you everyone.
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट IIT JEE मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज़्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनेट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।